for some reason, these two dudes in the 1930s, like in the 20th centuries, but they felt it was going to be a good idea to take long spikes and choke it down into the brains of other human beings, all in the name of science. Lock in, guys. This picture I have right here clearly illustrates my point. They developed a study or a science known as lobotomy. And what is this lobotomy? It involves using a long metal ice pick like rod to choke it through the hospital, like through the eyes of the patient into their frontal lobes and separating their frontal lobes. And if you ask what's wrong with this, right? Lock in again. The frontal lobe is the part of the brain which is dealing with cognitive function. This is the part of the brain that deals with like functions like motor response and like consensually doing things on your own. Like once that frontal lobe is impaired, then normal things like pooping becomes very, very hard for an individual. The name of the people who developed this practice or this scientific mess was Walter Freeman and James Watts. And this was marketed as one of the magical like science experiments that was gonna cure hallucinations, daydreaming, anxiety. In fact, after people came back from war at that period of time, all the soldiers had to have lobotomy. Allegedly, I'm not sure about that part, but I know soldiers were mixed up in this shit one way or the other. As part of his marketing or part of his marketing strategy, he took pictures of his victims or his patients who has successfully gone through lobotomy and came out alive. And these are some of them. Like these people he took pictures of, he only took pictures of the people who looked better after the lobotomy compared to before the lobotomy. So you see where the deception start to come in, right? But just like every revolutionizing science experiment that was carried out at that period of time where technology was nothing to write home about, this shit claimed lives. Like people were dying left, front, back, and center. Like this one lady who was lobotomized for a headache, and God willing, after the lobotomy, she had her headache gone. The headache left her body entirely, and the headache left her body with all her motor skills. She turned into a human vegetable at that point. And after James Watts and Freeman, the two doctors involved with this lobotomy incident, went and interviewed her, they said that it was a success. How the fuck is that a success, guys? In 1967, Freeman was forced to stop performing lobotomies after one of his patients died after performing two lobotomy. That means one, they performed lobotomy on two on her eyes and she still died. But at this point, they have already performed over 3,500 lobotomy as a team. And you all know what happened. What I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace.